The Owl's Secret, Chapter 1, The Grand Stairs. Far out in the deeps of time, beyond the shores of living memory, a young, unnaturally gifted woodcarver traded his homeland in the black forests of Swabia for the rolling hills of Pennsylvania. Some space of time was allotted in his earthly wanderings for him to carve his masterpiece, an owl on the railing post of the main staircase of the great hall of Donegal Academy. Apart from a ledger record and a day journal notation, he then vanished unnamed from history. Many years later, a brown-haired, bespectacled boy stared deeply into the eyes of that same wooden owl. Why, he wanted to know, was the owl clutching a book? Owls were wise, of course, everyone knew that, but why this book, a thick volume about 3 inches by 5? He ran his finger gently over the binding cords visible on the spine. So intent was his concentration that he did not notice the one sneaking up on him. She was a little taller, and though he hated to admit it, more athletic and coordinated. This time, while he thought of books and owls, she silently leaned in close around his right shoulder. Her blonde hair tried to tickle his ear, but to no avail. At last she planted a cold, moist cream soda kiss right in the middle of his cheek. Ah! He jumped. Hey, what? You don't want me to kiss you, then? Yes, well, of course I do. But your lips were so cold. And I was trying to warm them up. Okay. He looked at the floor. Just warn me first, okay? I nearly jumped out of my skin just now. She giggled as she found her way to one of the large overstuffed chairs that ringed the great hall. So what are we to do now? She asked, using a tone that at once teased and encouraged her now serious companion. Since meeting in the orchard some weeks ago, the two had become inseparable, embarking on an endless spring and summer of exploring all kinds of things, from books and trees to owls with books, and even the raw sweetness of first love. Though he had been painfully shy, she had drawn him out, and step by step they were now creating a world together, their own space apart from the world that had treated them with confusion and even cruelty. "Let's go to the library," he said at last. "I have to find out more about this owl." "So you like the owl, do you?" she asked, more than a little curious herself, but not quite knowing where to start. "Well, why does he have a book? That particular book, I mean. We must find out who carved him." She got up, linked her hands behind her back, and twirled once or twice until she was there again, leaning over his shoulder. This time her hair did tickle his ear, and he reflexively swatted it away. She dodged his hand easily, catching it in mid-swing. "Let's go to the library, then."